Ready, mami. Ready. Sure. I say mu ko, mu ni ya di mi anko. Enti kwa. I say ready buko, unti mu ya ready si ready buko. Now pure people ni mo wa tutu am so. Because omo ba ni kwa so ni ma fuda de bakuru. Who broke na no ti koma o tutu so. Bakuru. Mo se kera no. O amna.
EpaHoaDaben. Sashi akontombra emebunu. Womusi omukoko apai. Na omuntina ho ema omanfo ensensuo nsensase biem. Nti ene ne aban na fail to do. Oma fatu omho so se omo ebe stop galamsey ewo sashi akontombra. Eno ene voice ni etuo nsam yi a otiti ye midin ene Bismark Brown obetimi afra me bibi memo aha memo akwaba eba EpaHoaDaben dwumadie so EpaHoaDaben. Free. Oh my God, na beye, oh me betumpona. Free. 98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben dwumadie ne memo aha memo akwaba. Wo de be chen yesane se ene ye dwumadie ne ntimi anhyase donko pepepe. Ne se ntini se ye ne Hollard Life Insurance. Aka bomu a yedi dwuma kase bi ewo okanhye na ewo se yedi dwumadie no brewo ebetwamu ansa ne ahye EpaHoaDaben ase nti fa chen se yentimi ahye dwumadie na sentem esa ne se dwumadie ya ba so yi emre na so yate asimo so ho ye de ye da onyankopon ase ye da oba de nyankopon ase voice a wote ye in fact, me born no last one year and sana make us say, Aye, Sashi, a contombra mebuno. Almost say, O Massa senior Musio no asaya che. Say, I him for be a dear, omunye din. Say, DC, or obey dear, womo di omuso munye din. Say, Mampenia Kufado, entu one amoa, almost see or minor, a yentime mufoya dear. Yentina woman say, eninti omo gada womo ho ekrankrante kranua ekoto hye galamsey site ba ko so omo ankasa che eya galamsey fo no de omo post station na abrante ba ko twituo ewo womo so eno na ma boys no kura koko paye na oba Facebook na behwe etu a na omu kura pump action guns at least man kan me kan mienu ewo video no mu a omo yi pump action guns mienu a esa ne se mabunu nse wo mo ntena ho mo nse wo masase enti anka wo mo beto de abo wo mo eno na ma mabunu no charge ye kra wo kasa kai ade we de ne na ne besi wo mo yere wo mo jituo ni nyina afiri wo nsem ena wo se adwuma na ye to mo so aba ne ye de ama mo no se mo hwe na mo nya ye be ye adwuma na ye adwuma ni wi a ye nto aba ama mo of course ye be frɛ ho adwene and then tin to aba eyi mpanimfo so mo be ye oman ni yie so mo be ye nhyehyeye a ebebo oman ne ho ban na ye ni tua ye hwini tua ya soguso na ye ankasa ye se ye nsuo ese ye nsase na wo mo aya to aba yi wo mo so mo nya oman ni yie wo mo bobo wo mo nsa de wo mo nsa hwo mo de brife mu a ye be kwa kwa ye adwuma na ma ye ho na ye wi a ye be to aba de atia mo esa ne se ne ti ato aba ma mo no eso amanfa so 98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben dwumadie nie ene wi ye di nkoma hodo NDC Amanyoko ama Electoral Commission in their petition 1 week ultimatum Almost say my electoral commission na watch back up. Almost when a forensic audit no more enye. No bia kuma entone the electoral commission na NDC for we demona na nyumre and omo this statement ba beto abontene say omo saka NDC petition no womo ehwemu na omo bedi hudwuma na dwumadie no kra de omo hyase deda womo esiesie register ni mu say be ya ne NDC for esu hu no omo sabeka register ne enimu biem. But the NDC is insistent. Say, womo the forensic audit na womo hehe. Will that happen? Do we have time? Na omusaka aye final voters register no. Na sa problems womo kan ye nyina nimu a. Will there be the need for any forensic audit na? You want to join us with your thoughts? Join us with your comments and come along with your views. Na bechira wadwene e wasansem yi ho. Every oh my Ghana osompa ne enimia o me betumpong na ye me benya hoto onso ye wofa na entia yenya ene se eye ene nonum pepepe Institute of Economic Affairs IEA EpaHoaDaben the first presidential encounter. Frank Sanamiteno first presidential encounter ene 5 p.m. eno ena IEA for amyenya ehontie. Na minim die, let's find out from the parties. Womo beko presidential candidates being I think we need to talk to IEA as well. Will John Dramani Mahama go for this program? IEA first presidential encounter yana. Already Medican say presidential debate party. Enya di ombe debate Dr. Baumia. Na which other candidates yaton safra wa musomo mbrasa ejumedi ase? Coalition of NAPCO trainees. NAPCO 100,000 young people omuni adwumaye. Yedo mu kogina wiemu. Ewo Black Star Square. Se ya kreti adwuma bi ama womo. Adwuma ben. Omu nkosua nkodidi impanimfo bi anase ewo state institutions ahodo mu. Na akwanya ba hɔ a ya absorb womo. NAPCO yade ba kwa MPP amanyoko di tu no ho pa. It was under the auspices of the vice president. Vice President office ena ehwe ema yede NAPCO bae implemente ye. Ene adia ba kwa na party no ede bɔ no ho safo hene. Aban no edituru hu se omo ababema emabuna nidaso through NAPCO. Ena me ne wo ka say beneficiaries of NAPCO at the petition comma National Peace Council. Omo se aban ne de omo ka bosome nkono. Omo ntuae. Enso omo de NAPCO eje fans. Na se National Peace Council eni eje anase omani abre asumdwe nkomo no ho de a ene womo kanchira ban na omo 9 months arrears no ontu afama womo omo se anye sa de asumdwe na hwehwe ne yenya because on the day of elections omo beye demo police for mamu kwa mama demonstration on elections day. And ya mobile press conferences mum. Na my ya mobile no kan ya mobeka. And you said that ya koto aba no final campaign. O fair press conference na wo ba ban ni mfimu sa. That's on a lighter side. But of course, almost say Peace Council and can't be amma womo allowances are akakamu na ma. aban no beje no home na pa ewo oman we mu we so edapono so ayedi ho nkomo 98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben jumedie ni free Didi. Hey, now say the biggest swimming pool can be found in Ghana. A man for swimming. Almost called demonstration. Sa no mo na mo nyina no mo pensu adware. Any penny be had here, bra Facebook never here. And NDC for demonstration mo ye. Omo nanti mu adu baby ayesi National Cathedral no. Ena omo bowuru a ho so omo de omo ni kohwe. The world's most expensive hole. Omo koye no obo ade atonsu agumu ama adani pool. Enu nti bra Facebook be he. Video we a trend pa. Ene e womo to womo hugu nsuo mu. Na ne swimming. Hey, 58 million Ghana cedis kwa. Monchi monka amna insua temu is what we have to show for. Daniel do a joining live on Facebook. Na me can for the amount say won't so be joining live on Facebook. Na opening remarks on Fabra. Daniel do says wasere osibibi the latest swimming pool in Ghana. There asamu. Over Facebook no comment like can nyina dia mao. Daniel Edu continues to say, Bibi, the presidential encounter is not coming on. Nana Kwame Bediako has pulled out. Okay, that's some information for me. Daniel Edu says, good afternoon, watching you live from Doha in Qatar. Kudos to the youth of Seshi Akontombra for their bold step. The Mrantiana Yade Seshi Akontombra Mebuno. Mi tuchama mwewe. Ode musentie nebra Facebook nebehwe ade aseshi akontomra mabuno aye omo ya ade ama mani age esa ne se empanimfo a ye ne omutima we mu ha no omo ye aye wo mu hu se wo mu ye empanimfo bi a ye ntimi mfa ye ni nto omo so ahemfo a ye ne omuti ye nkura ase ahemfo a wo mu na wo mu daya no bibia ni a omo na wo se dikan na ye di omo achi Yayi a whole DC mensini krachi. Efiada bia waje entertainment allowance. Yayi mensini krachi yamane bungalow. You turn a bulb. You turn electricity bill. You turn a water bill. Yamane car efuele. The conditions of service kama on top of it or the honorable assault to ne hoso. Ese odi mensini bi anim na oye pania na adwene wo fie a wo pese odi oman anim di mensini bi anim na wo chichiri oman ni yie chichiri kro ni yie enso sa DC no ede honorable ato no ho so nam ena dishonorable things are ekoso no wo bo nani atu free esa ne se ida se wo yebi anan kofo bi yebi a wo ma ne ho sika ana se ne party for ye bintu ontimi nka enti sehia kontomra youth no oma kire Ghana mabunu kwan bi na Ghana mabunu munsua sa kwan no na munyina munye bi esa ne se na bayam ye hu se ye ntimi mfa ye ni nto wo so se wo man hu ban asamo America no it borders on ye nyina ye survival. We are losing our lands. Ebedu bribi ye nya asase mpo ne yadoso edidimu. Ya wa asase mpo ene ye kra tomatoes efri eye Burkina Faso yi. Ya wa asase mpo ena emu yankramo amagana emu ensoyen e kombede yen. Obi aso nim se emu ye one basic staple a ewiase afa na nyi nada ekura nipa. And now you was a see Jenny, Yanyabian free Nigeria, Yanya enough Jenny Magana for. And Nempa you was a see. Na ebedu bribia, ye pesi ye queer, ye betwa yani, na yen sasi nyina asai. Ebedu mra ye nyabrese pesi ye irrigation no, na insuo na ye de yani betu so no, ile nyina we ya sai no, ne wo ho so ya poison no. Penimfo a wo muso omudim dia wo makosuku e ka brofo akase ka brofo ayi British ayi brofo omani tua wo mo hwe e na niema esei ase panim bia ni omayi mu ase bu pose ni mampanin ase panim bia ni Ghana ha from mampanin kosi ahemfo so kosi assemblyman fo so ase panim bia ni mayi mu na se saa na akoba dia emabunu ne se wo mo nya hwehan o se hwa kontombra youth o makoto hye galamsey site so amwan kasa agigituo afri galamsey foi ho na mramrante ne kɔ ho no bra Facebook mramrante ne kɔ ho no wo mo kuranse kan ana mo de kɔ galamsey site ho o mo kodu ye galamsey fo no kura pump action guns Muntie.
Hey, mo yesa mo mari na wa. Yobi, Yobi. Ase we. O ya Ghana ni, ye nu ni asem. Mo ko from so mo mari na free a. Mo mi afa. Ye hia na mani na asem free a yo sia.
Bra Facebook na be he we ankase wani so ade bra e da Facebook live. Bra be he. And this is the way to go.
Who say cross the other cross? Na dey.
Ono kura pump action no BOP no le kura tuo no pump action e manteni so tuo no po hwe eni abre
Pate wu baje tu. Kato ba pate wi obi ha. Wo be ma tu oso.
No one so true.
Wo kran wadi.
Wo ma jitu na finisem kura jojo no kura ka ho.
Bala munya.
Yampini o.
Da mi me ha ya pese no kasa obi a. Ya nya hwe ya pese ba mo. Ya pese ba mo. Che. Wo yo bi Fuya bi ba. Ya ka cho dare tu yo. Janu, munyanu. Munyade mu. Ka cho ko tamali yo. O yo bi aduma. Ha wo ka start excavator no. Ni excavator ni anko. Munyi mu fa mu ma ya yi. Ha na tu machine, mu tu machine ni anko. Mu si afamila kulo mu a. Boy. Chama we. Ba tu be ha, sabra. Be yo ha. Hey, munyada no. Munya butra. I say why? I say. Hey, ube kuyai. We are down kuyai. We are down kuyai. Ha! Ya no karba ko kuyai. Ya no karba ko kuyai. I say, aba tutuo. Ha! Aba tutuo. We are down tutuo yaso. O tutuo yaso, ha! Unya gana ni. No tutuo yaso. Fatana mo. Ututuo yaso. Ututuo yaso.
Bra be hwese ne o ma yira branch ni gituo na firi nsem. Wo mo gi nso. O mo beji. O ye hwan. Etu no maji.
I say, I didn't go. Muntimunya already see a book. Now, people don't know what to do. So,
EpaHoaDaben.
That is the spirit of the Ghanaian youth. This is the spirit of the Ghanaian youth. And Sasana Ghana Penifone Pena, Sanya Bayano. And this will create chaos everywhere. Yadi Omaya Shamunsa Samun Shaso Mumoho Bain Munsiesi Maino Na ehon faso nso obia so ase ya ntoa ba nyim panimfo eyareho say law and order with respect to mining agensem wo mrekwaye wo panimfo e wo manimu o ka obi tie kire obeka se wudi atem na wo ye panini de o man ahye wonsa na wani tua seye or every agency, every state apparatus to clamp down on sankwasi asemu ye ekoso yi. Na when you say to me nya edumri bia be ma esuko no man kwada no mute say ye mu bi say ya kaseti amo. Ene mabunu ne so omo ye o ma de o. E mabunu ne say omo hu say pani bia ni fie. Omo hu ne say Jaima president Ejaima abanya oman wei ye nya sase mpo ne agina so esane adufude pe. Yes, esane adufude pe politicians adufude pe ahemfo mafu awo yo hene untimi mfa bribi papa bi ama wo manfo asase kakra ni nsuo kakra wo bebo ho ban ama nchiri manso why hwehan asɛ no because of ne wubedie nti utimi odene oyo mambofo na no Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe ko ka se na wo Ashanti region na wo to abama NDC oye mambofo ensesa nko ka ne se wo so ka ne se wo ye politician na wani tua se wo nsuo no won sa se na wonya ho hwe a wo sa politician no wo ye mambofo and only the most appropriate statement I know san ke free na no ba and a mebunu ya tintesukoko and I will encourage every youth woti babia yetu famu agudie wani nye ho mompe monkam humom weapons na musu benya monkwadam kotu omfia asase no so because we cannot rely on the police to do this. They have proven to us we cannot rely on the military to do this. Omo prove it time without number, and we cannot rely on a byway to fix it because enay omo senya dia galamsey omubetimi aye hu bribi. It is either they benefit directly, it is either they do it themselves, or that they don't just care. And it's worrying. Hygiene.
EpaHoaDaben.
Omade share.
EpaHoaDaben. Enti kebi.
Ewie medahwana na no pemu ho sa medahwana esi mitirim se ase afinie na Volta River Authority for ebi wo spillways ema nsuo ade oye ne beto yenuanom a omowo mepe any some parts of the Volta region. It happened on the 15th of September. Until 15th of September, we 1 year pepe. Now, I decided to read around. Say, me hunu story sibia ebechire the current state of mepe any affected communities na. Now, in my research, many anje. First, mamindi kan emmo President Akufo-Addo abaso se apieti asemu esi enei yetimi deliver over 200 housing units. Eyama apieti for community for no concerns bebre yet ye nyina ebeje di se aban significantly aye intervention a enei emudodo na ewo ba bia wo mudi omuti beto. Enunti na ban ne gigina mu say obe rebuild the apieti community. Enei ye bebo yensam de ama President Akufo-Addo say afiwe ye mu odi o say yo ekotwa ahoma mu a commission over 200 housing units. Ebi single rooms, ebi chairman hall, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. Omo as many as 7 bedroom houses depending on family size. Any one more ho kan if you na wo mutimu deda toma ye ni nyina ye drains any bibia ka ho tebebo president abaso se o share bo no odi so ewo ho. But the same cannot be said for yenuanom Ghana fo a omo fra mountain mu Volta region. The same cannot be said in their case. Now, a name Ibusa president say Daben ena omo rebuild the communities are omo affected by the deliberate spillway opening of Volta River Authority. Daben, I am utterly surprised. Say individuals, churches and associations, projects are omukase omobeyama communities no omwa ye yom nsafri ho ye nuanum city fm focus see a whole hospital omai sie wie yom nsafri ho de ama community no enkofo kosi schools ebi kura bomodin esi edan kakra nipa betimi atena mu yie. Individuals, associations, new groups ahodo empo on their own in their private capacity have finished with projects ahodo a wamo promise our friends and family in the Volta region. And so Abain's own intervention, which is expected to be the major intervention, besine one more etimepe 1 year on, victims of VRA spillage are still struggling. According to NADMO, approximately 39,000 Ghanaian lives were affected. In the North Tongue constituency alone, over 1,540 homes were destroyed. Enye fie edan a wo mu betimi atena mu biem. Sa area no Nottingham doso. Enti Nottingham ni nsuo yiri de wa wani tua ebe hunu no. Figure Nadmodi amaye ni say about 39,000 people were affected by the spillage. Na September 15, 2023, omun kabi shemu. Via Rebecca Chere se omu kobo de wuro se omu bebia nsuo no ntu obia mpe baabi mfa. And Amira Semene bae no, we treated it as a very simple matter. Na si ebo mu kokko ye beka kire mo Ghana for kra ma so den. You think it is easy say obi esi di fie obesori yi mu niam nyina so de kope baabi fufura kotena. It is not that easy. Okotena hwan ho okuku ni won kaka wo kɔ ne sen ebi ye farmers omu wonwan imponchi impreko oma ye afuo enti oba be ka kire ne se o ma no 1 month impo ontum free wo na won kɔ baabi fufura wa ma ne sika wo de kɔpɛ dan fufuro wo be bie o spillway ye bie ye e ma ni twifa nipa so etwifa emoa so etwifa imfuo so etwifa adan so. 1 year on, government's own intervention yenhunu baby akowie. And I'm not surprised because yet here and a DC ya owo ho ye busa ni say na ban se wo de osuma niam de aba unkofo nsusu victims nsusu eso mo sankan bibia from assembly. Yet ha na DC ka kire say fuel kra wo mo de beto fuel sika kra wo de beto fuel e de agu ka mu de niam na koro kra wo mu nibi. A whole DC on program so MC wujina mampania namu wa won krofo a wudi wo manim as DC won no mo ho aka wonye foreigner won free tribe foforo no bi aka se ebi a won free ho ntino on tine wo mo famu no ono so ye voter ni saa ono an krofo di wo manim womani atutu aka wo nsam sei osesika wo de beto petrol e de agu ka mu e de niam victims ne niam na kono woni bi enti niam ne subo e na victims no so bre. Leadership. The president heard this. We played his voice over and over again. Oda so ye DC wo ho president na ni gino ho. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Then they will cross over to Mepe. Nene ohene owo hak edin komo. Ebusa o masetine mu asem. 1 year on. Life in it is saying. Now, I read the account of some of the victims. Ba ko se na oye impreku. Na insuo no mu bieye no. Na imprekofuo piglets na owo nyinada nsuo no ekun wo mo ne esesa koye ne omu so wugu ho no omu wugu ho enti ene ni pigri no agu oni sika wode koto mo afoforo oni sika wode ba be ye ebuo foforo asi eye a whole pigri foforo abrante ba ko ose ni nyan ana wo yen na omu ye almost 100 nsuo no bieye ebe twem one fa koye omu so mu ye de bebre enei o hyase e de free he obi ewo several acres of cassava farm and some mepe area ho mu do banche pa omu do banche pa infu a eye affected eye vegetable farms ena banchinfuo ti imagine say what do about 5 acres of cassava na ye bie water spillway na insuo abefa sase no so nyina sei enobaya what do over a period investment awaye fertilizer what to pesticides what to by day fu a wafa wo mo a waye fu na dum pempensuo bi na ye bie insuo ama na ba be sei ni nyina and this is a country ye say ye pese ye nya food security in the next 5 years yen ka se o target ya set ama ye hono no se e wo se ye nsa so ye chi eba aduane ho a enu nti ye se mfie enum ntam no e wo se ye nsa timi su ye chi several acres of farmlands were taken over by the VRA spillage. And now me no ka say ye hunu any major, in fact ye hunu any agric intervention. Farmers no mo ye affected no. Ministry now what they see na nisu say or per food security in 5 years. Enquire any intervention. Say farmers me mamusika say mo san fan hyase foforo mo miendo asase ni biem mo miendua ne mani biem ye na anu aye ka say drought esi ewa tifi mantemu hwesika yantam ni sika twetwiri di a ya bodin say ye de kwa akoma farmers a wo mumfuo esai because ye yankasa ka kire ye ho se ye besi polugu multi-purpose dam near their create irrigation dams e dia mamanfo ya ye one village one dam o enso ene ye se drought insuo ni wonti eno baye ni mfuo no sei ye yisika yantam e de ko etifi mantem akọ support farmers mi busa se farmers na wo Volta region a insuo se wo mafuo no anya biada womo no abanso masene a enye yi ana what the info say building new homes of course expensive it took over 2 years and sana piety abanti bi pagya dan de asisi ho ama womo enti yes yeti ase say obesi dan de nkofo agumu ene ho facilities ni nyina be adimu be cost de na yenya sika ye de besi adan no yemse osi edidi. What has been the support for farmers are only affected by the VRA spillage? When you chire baby a buying priorities wo. Yen nyina ya Ghana fo. Oh you say me enfan to so na ma ne nye ho. Kofo bete wo nsem bebre. Nkofo beka wo nsem bebre. Ma wo mo fan to so Nemo no okoye ma ne koye ho se asemu a ye kan ye ho na mo na brante tu ade na yampa pampani na no kokoko ho asem to wo mo okoka asem mi kire wo mo a ewudi ho yawo Ghana fo twen wabo so enti nanka ente saa se oho de yomo nto aba ma kan papa mu kura nsensan ka aba ho na so ye mampani ya omo ye Ghana fo de twa ne twa se oba ho sa kasa no enye kasa de wa kan wie na anamon be na watu to prove say adwene e wo wutirimu no ente saa edie na waya edie say you actually did not mean to spite them ɛde na de na ɛkyira yɛbɛtimi aka sɛ na yɛhwɛ ne president ayama voter region fo ya nsuo fa wo mu ya obie ne ho obɛtimi aka sɛ saa asɛm na ɔkan na n'ani abrɛ so ɔka and then we can't find anything to hold on to me ɛfanto so na ma ne nyɛ hɔ nanka ɛyɛ Ghana fo adwene sɛ esa ne sɛ voter region enye MPP stronghold intino enya dia omo betwa omani ahwe wo mo sa na ye Ghana fo adwene because of asema president kai but ene ye wo bribie betimi agina so akase the president has been vindicated and that he has proven to be president for all where yes, asemu ya ne kopie assurances committee animu a the honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa and the honorable Kojo Ponkroma minister for works and housing omo de boy ni a the accusation of bully property bemu sa asemu yi bia sanka abanye tu anamon a akwa animu enne ye betimi de ensa kire even work in progress not even completed anything work in progress in betimi de ensa at point so a menye sure so na Kojo Ponkroma would have been so defensive to the extent to say a critique the chaotic situation who here before the committee government would have been proud to point to niema womwaye enkosi da ben enkosi da ben ena yebebu ye man ni sei
EpaHoaDaben enti kabi EpaHoaDaben
mo nsam na mari na wa yobi ya yobi ase wai o ya Ghana ni ye nu ni asem mo ko foro won so mo ne mani na mfiri a wo bi afa ye hia na mani na asem mfiri a ye si ai who say cross the other cross na dey Hey, munya da no. Hey, munya butre. Hey, I say why? Hey, I say. Hey, ube kuyai. Hey, we are down kuyai. Hey, we are down kuyai. Ha, ya no kan ba ko kuyai. Ya no kan ba ko kuyai. Hey, I say, ube tutu. Ha, ube tutu. We are down tutu ya so. O tutu ya so. Ha. Unya Ghana ni ututu aso fatema ho ututu aso ututu aso ututu aso ha ututu aso e munyi to no free sam e munyi to no munyi to no munyi to no
Seshi Akontombra youth ese enough is enough. Ntena ho ma wo nsuo nkoso nsɛ wo nsase nkoso nsɛ. Ntienei. Ne sojafo no afeli to do. Ne president entimi anye no omo so omo gya fato mo amho so ye. Omo storme galamsey sites. Omo chi galamsey fo nankasa. Omo desame womo. Omo wia omo de omo koma police for. That is the state of Ghana today. The state has failed all of us.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Mame kai message saman for ede aba Facebook live na also man for nsem wa bo Pedro wa Maldina Cruz say watching you live and clear inside Indianapolis Kumasi Tanoso Kesben Junction X or say the main junction. Okay, yeah, that's Suleiman Kwenu said this is what we want the youth of this country to be doing to save our nation, especially in this upcoming election. I urge all of them to use positive defiance to save this beautiful nation of ours from these old men who have done nothing for us. Well, Suleiman Kwenu, I guess you're also a young man. Let's get involved. Now, yembo eye insu ani ensase ho ban. Stephen Deborah said, good afternoon, Mr. BB. Hope you're doing good. Yes, by his grace I am. Also, good work done for the boys who are fighting against Galamsey. This is how we all must fight against Galamsey, because the president is not ready to fight against Galamsey. Or say, my people, I thank you. Stephen, Deborah, Edenedia Ba. Or say, good afternoon, BB. Hope you're good. Yes, I'm blessed. Or say, good job for the. This is how we need to fight Galamsey, because I can see the president cannot fight Galamsey people. Okay, I think so. O message, you know about twice. Avevo, Solapito. Or say, I'm watching from Abeive Volta region. I'll say you're a great man. Thank you. May that be brave. Philip Sapia said, Bibi, my brother, good job. I thank you. Or say, I'm encouraging those mining area youth to stand up without fear, to compel all those guys who are destroying their water to move away. Way Ifri Philip Sapia ho Bismark Abeku. Or say, thank you, Bibi. Thank you, Bismark. Bawasaba LCJM all the way. Daniel Edu says, I am proud of these youth. Medasi Bibre say audio messages and so about John Anan and so the Nedia Bao say boss, show us the videos. Please, I've showed you the videos and you've seen the videos as I have described them as well. Kwakwa Pare Ando say exactly the way to go. If all the youth in these Galamsey communities should go by this approach, trust me, even the military cannot fight the youth. Power resides in the people. Well done, youth of Akontombra. Paul Cassie said, sometimes I wonder if some of you really understand the seriousness of the issues at hand. Bibi, if NPP and the EC accuse or succeed in plunging Ghana into a conflict situation, nothing, including you, will be safe. So if we think that the subversion of our constitution by the Electoral Commission and their paymasters in government only affects NDC, then we must be joking. I am telling you, all of us as Ghanaians must rise up against every crooked... Okay, I don't get the last bit of your message. Avevo Salapito se massa, not. Meaning what you mean by not. Well, Daniel Edu says, Bibi, the presidential encounter is not coming on. Nana Kwame Bediako has pulled out. I'm not sure if by Nana Kwame Bediako pulling out alone, Ebema IEA for the Jumediano, Oma chance and answer Emma Sodia. But that is the story out there. Say, ene enyumre no numpepepe, or say, Anka, Institute of Economic Affairs, Edi Jumedie Bia, Omofeno presidential encounter. Na enumuno na yehwe ni mu se presidential candidates ahodo maton safre omo no ebebe djubadi ni be ene kwansi ntia enya ne se Nana Kwame Bedi akoncheda watwe ne ho afri se djumadi ni mu wonya enkobie mu na eno any information edadwa. We want to understand the people who have been invited to this program in terms of presidential candidates, and let's confirm whether they are taking omo kose djumadi na yɛbɛdi saa ensɛm yi ho enkomo ene ewie emra ya bedwafo eba bɛka yensa na yɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ no a NDC for demonstration wie no my electoral commission a 1 week ultimatum sɛ ɔma kwan na forensic audit no emra so edi eno so ho nkɔmmɔ ene ewie and other matters are ɛda ɛpono so 989 FM EpaHoaDaben dwumadie nie me da me ho akɔba mekɔba yɛbɛti asimu na yɛ the interviews ne conversations ahodo no nyinaa atoa so ɛde ama wo
na ofre djuma ba ya se waye bosanse e di asemwa
binihwe mafo kwa na ekwo wo mo animu bosia kra mi pedi am ye di abobra so a menya bi
NESRE Eclipse Collateral Management for Abamaye waye prime brokerage service na no se de etie nie so we japade na wo ho nkrata wutumi de nkrata ne beja Eclipse Collateral Management na so bi so we japade ebia na ne nkrata no animu ano na ope bosia ye de wo nkrata ne yensi achi ba ma nipa no eje bosia etua ehon faso ma wo ankrata ne ye wo de ni di free
ne se woni akura ntie
emane how cry esan se wono so wo ajapade a wo de ba yenti no eno na bank de beton gwabra won kwo wo de ne ho kra
na kire sa men krata da dem no ebetumi ama menya sika wo bra me japade no ehon nka
sapepepe ubehu Eclipse Collateral Management e wa Denta Pantai Junction at Denta new site wa 0543832466 Eclipse Collateral Management, think safety and decent income.
Get ready to soar the skies of Rwanda. Business in Kigali, shopping in Johannesburg, or a vacation in Paris. Experience our vast destination network and proud fleet and award-winning service. Whether you are a new traveler or planning your next escape, Rwanda guarantees unmatched comfort and a sky-spanning network. Book your next flight today at rwandair.com or reach us via email at sales.accra@rwandair.com. Call us at +233 0598 760 645 or +233 0598 797 194 or visit your nearest travel agents.
Rwanda, fly the dream of Africa.
It's time to relive the golden age of good African music. Legendary music that still thrills and never gets old at African Legends Night. Come and enjoy live band performances from Adani Best, George Gerard, Ochemi Kwame, and the Princess of Africa, Yvonne Chaka Chaka. It's happening live on Saturday, October 5th, 2024 at the Grand Arena Dome, AICC at 6 p.m. Get your tickets at 450 Ghana Cedis single and 800 Ghana Cedis double. You can purchase your tickets online via Eco Tickets and short code *713 *33 *20# and also at Airport Shell, YFM Legon City Mall, Silverbird Cinemas and Global Media Alliance, Jowulu. For VIP tickets and table reservations, please call 020-2222-095. African Legends Night is powered by Global Media Alliance and proudly supported by Consolidated Bank Ghana, Ghana Tourism Authority, Silverbird Cinemas, E-Productions, and Perception Management International. Media partners, YTV, Happy FM, CTFM, YFM, Ghana Web, MX24 TV, Amayal Deborah, Daily Guide, BNFT, Channel 1 TV, ZFM, Oman FM, Net2 TV, The New Finder, and NYDJ Live. Remember, it's happening live on Saturday, October 5th, 2024 at the Grand Arena, African Legends Night, celebrating music of African origin.
Read your Bible, pray every day.
The emotion enya bedru, a Happy Bible Quiz 2024. So, uwo jidie, se wonim tro kronkron no mu ana, na obetimi ni afoforo bi no mu asia kan, e wo tro kronkron no mu atumi adinkuni mu ana. Ene Happy Bible Quiz 2024. Fa ho bra be hyemu a, na ye hwe ni obetimi adinkunim, e wo afia kansi no mu. Afia twemu, na ye super.
How many children did Jacob have with Leah? And name only 3.
7.
Okay, twice.
Ruben, Simon, and Levi.
In chapter 30 of the book of Genesis, How many children did Jacob have with Bilhah, Rah's maid, and named them? 2.
Naphtali and Dan.
Naphtali and Dan.
Now, if we a super duper, Becca home, Quasia Bia, our brand new number, our happy 98.9 FM. So I can see air shots here, September Bosomino, Neda Tosu Dunum, near the Aquacoye, November Bosomino, Neda Tosu Edu and Song, Quasia Bia, Kayo, send on number pepe, near the Jumedian Ashaso, a tear for muting a free treating bench here, Monsumu Aquena, some bet me enya at Chadia at the account. Happy Bible Quiz 2024. One more Messiasne, and near the Jumedia Abramo, a Griff Quality Service. Abwafo, the Bible Society of Ghana, and the Christian Council of Ghana. Happy Bible Quiz, Knowing Christ. Happy FM, Nimdie, Happy FM, and Nijenkwan.
Happy Bible Quiz, Knowing Christ.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone. Yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone. Yeah.
Doctors,
nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers.
You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
East, West, North, South, Obiama to be.
You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Accra to Paga.
Let's go.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone. Yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone. Yeah.
Doctors,
nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers. The luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Baby, when you say first now you been shut down per politics. You see politics for no money or money and your but na mumu ebinumu so nti enyina ni agi say e bebo ama o man na koso na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ama o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda nyamishra.
Some parties have made it a penchant to continuously attack the Electoral Commission for reasons I can't understand. There's a time when we need to give the Electoral Commission peace to do its work. You know, and every little thing they are at the Electoral Commission and attacking the Commission. I think that our electoral process has inherent safeguards in it that any serious political party can ensure that it polices that election and makes sure of the integrity of the election.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
Some parties have made it a penchant to continuously attack the Electoral Commission for reasons I can't understand. There's a time when we need to give the Electoral Commission peace to do its work, you know, and every little thing they are at the Electoral Commission and attacking the Commission. I think that our electoral process has inherent safeguards in it that any serious political party can ensure that it polices that election and makes sure of the integrity of the election.
EpaHoaDaben.
On the 1st of December, there are many calls of people whose names, whether deliberately or not, have been omitted across the 10 regions. And it's beginning to up the tension in the system. The Christian Council of Ghana should not sit down and only be interested in people signing peace accord when those held and gifted with the responsibility to ensure a free, fair, transparent elections are derelict on their duties. Peace accords on paper on itself cannot provide us with a transparent election. What is sad for us in the NPP youth wing is what has been lost in the narrative. There's this whole peace industry in Ghana. Peace industry. But nobody is talking about the fairness, the transparency. It's not enough for the electoral commissioner to go to church and say she's praying, God gives us a leader. When some of the posture and utterances of the EC seems to suggest that they have a favorite in the election. When the electoral commissioner can say that when the elections is becoming too close, I'll call for recount. My goodness. You are a referee. You are not a player. And sometimes the electoral commission behaves like a team protesting against an unqualified player. When you are supposed to be the referee in the game. It's when I'm contesting my brother here, and I am aggrieved with the result, and I'll call for a recount. These things cannot pass without the Peace Council, the Christian Council, our Muslim Council and mission to not commenting on it. Elections is not an event.
EpaHoaDaben.
We are compelled to address another grave concern, the flagrant abuse of the Ghana card. It has come to our attention that EC registration officials, in collusion with elements of the NPP, are misusing the Ghana card extensively. A particularly alarming instance was uncovered at the Pusiga Registration Center, where EC registration officer Muhazu Al-Hassan issued a single Ghana card, used a single Ghana card to register 20 different applicants. A single Ghana card to register 20 different applicants. Upon discovery, the police were promptly notified, leading to Muazu Alassans arrest, although he has since been granted bail pending further investigation. This incident raises significant concerns. The NPP's distribution of Ghana card to minors to facilitate their registration underscores a systemic manipulation of $54 million of taxpayer money was invested in 2020 to secure biometric registration capabilities. We expect the EC to now firmly renounce any intention, if it exists, to collude with the failed NPP government.
EpaHoaDaben.
98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben Jumedienie Ote voices of former President John Dramani Mahama Emra no president complaining about say political parties ni bi idea ye wo mo adwuma say omobe bo electoral commission echi every time on be opportunity bia na saade na emwa Emra no ye president ena me bo Samia Uku voice ma o at the time one no raise issues no me raise me bo ni nyina de kire o enne ya NDC opposition what say one general secretary na Fifi Kwete alluding to the fact say electoral commission per se one MPP kabom no more regular elections no. So it tells you clearly the kind of political game as our two parties ede omani democracy edie. But yemfa no ntwere ho na menkodi nkomo foforo bi a aba enne enye nkomo foforo saa na momo no ateki another twist. Isane say ene sanka abind the woka ewo arrears mu anasa abind the allowance ka anasa salary ka ordinarily babia labor unions ni affected groups ahodo no ede wo mo nsemo kono eya na enye Peace Council but ene NAPCO beneficiaries ede petition akwa the National Peace Council say omo pasumdwe wo 2024 election ni mu a omo kanchira ban na omo arrears akamu no womo entua enye saade a den Nana Techi Eric PRO Emma Coalition of NAPCO trainees adwani mu ahoma no so Nana Techi utime kan happy suni emu ha
Mejunzuni abema
ewie boko de
Yami adom yami dia chen
ahoden de mu obi na mbotom na enye won
kom na de yen
wa ma me raho say kom na de mu beye bosumi senie na aban de mu NAPCO foka
ayi maminchia wachifo na NAPCO former NAPCO beneficiaries are mutimi ewie wo show iso so bisamia NAPCO aban edienka 9 months yewo ankrakwe bi mu wo ho anom wo NAPCO dwumedie no so a aban edi wo moka 16 months ebi 13 months but generally ne die aban edienka 9 months and die eye in the books of the government.
Na che say mumu dodo na no de aban dem ka be 9 months but there will be wo mu a e be 13 months ne 12 months asem.
Exactly.
Na nhyehyeye ne te sen kire me.
Minia nhyehyeye ni nya na say aban emayen contract na ye 3 years. Yenko ye adwuma wo various institutions. Ebi no Ghana Education Service, ebi no Ghana Health Service, ebi no Ghana Revenue Service, and as a GRA, Ghana Revenue Authority, and other institutions are na aban institutions. Na bosom na abama 700 Ghana cedis. Minia na kufo ye pre yembo jeni adwuma for the betterment of this country because of the love that we all have for the country. So at the end of the 3-year contract, now aban any call another 1-year contract negotiation. And no crown is our promising person could be finding permanent employment in our various institutions. That was before 2020 elections. Our don't want to share by a year. By a 2 2020 no, that promise no am materializing. Inti yemu bumuno etu yengu abonten so come out with number of petitions. Sabani dini bo share so. And then nam so abano sama yen 1 year additional contract. And the letter that was released for this 1 year additional contract was endorsed by His Excellency the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Esanso Eka say, sa 1 year na omodemayeno. They want to take the opportunity to engage the model implementation partners, various institutions, heads, and I said directors or more down, no. Now one more declare vacancies available. Say before answer 1 year contract, that is with the number of trainees to me a formal edumadada. Within this contract agreement, we worked for 12 months, which is 1 year. That kept your buying giant cap for all the 1 year and a year, Jumano. And see, a bind the bear announces that we're terminating your contract, your 1 year agreement, now soon to own to me in any year, Jumabu. Tinam Konibian Pebe Binfa. Onfa ne dachi yende enkobo. Ena ye who demonstrations, actual who letters. Ena abano release arrears maybe that was 2021. And the abano etia maneka 9 months. Meaning 9 months arrears have its roots in 2021. Ena yadain abaina. Minya the home krata Ministry of Finance. Ya who demonstration taking the opportunity. Ya petition the office of the president. Because NAPCO Jumediano under the presidency. The NAPCO was established under the office of the vice president. So we thought it wise to say, for petitions to encode the office of the vice president. Now you spell it out in grievances. And trend so that be obi pia yisikaede amai minia enkusiaga minia ya exhausted all avenues na ya available na kayedi asem koda omu anka ban ni betie ema wetwe yisika amai minia enkusiaga you made mention of
okay
ejumaku a labor union na omo hwe ejumaku ewo men. We had the opportunity to engage the labor union. And what they told us was that NAPCO Jumediano any regulatory framework.
You mean Labor Commission? You mean Labor Commission?
Yes.
Okay.
And maybe ebo NAPCO Jumediano no bra emo woman mandate so to me a compare aban MYBB. Because it was established under the office of the vice president and it has no legislative instrument.
But that's an interesting response to come from the Labor Commission because
yes,
once you have been engaged yama okrata, say your contract, say your casual, say your permanent employment. It doesn't matter whether you were a legal framework covering sector na say industry no. But yama okrata chere say you engage you say ye adwuma bi ama achiro allowance de be ma na employer no entua. I'm wondering why the Labor Commission will say Emrebian cover NAPCO into omu jurisdiction be over your concerns.
Minia, why are you surprised? We even petitioned Finance Ministry officially. The Finance Ministry etia NAPCO for the past 3 years now. Now, as some of ebe catching and say Finance Ministry say they are not even aware of the entire NAPCO program because the NAPCO program was not established under their outfit. And to say you will grievances that this is from Finance Ministry. So you will grievances that we should channel the grievances to the presidency. And we have had a number of engagement with those in authority. What does here? And NAPCO issue when in the issue, as you said, the labor union is aware.
The Labor Commission,
Parliament,
the Labor Commission,
yes,
not the Labor Union.
Sorry, Labor Commission is aware. Parliament is even aware. There was a time I officially petitioned Parliament. And all these institutions are petitioning women. They seen the 2021, they seen the
na my petition some penifui institutions nyina manya a response at least from any of them regarding my concerns say been momra for a meeting and baby. Have you had any form of response, Anna?
That is the most interesting aspect of all. It was only Finance Ministry that responded to Yenkrat here to come home. Say they cannot talk about it. We should direct our grievances to the office of the president. The rest of these institutions that Mabu Bosui will be anyone fraying, will be anyone responding to your official petition to their outfit.
Including the vice president's officer,
Including the vice president of this republic, whom the entire NAPCO was established under his tutelage.
Munya response bia vice president yai.
I'm telling you as the leader of the coalition and also as the public relations officer for former NAPCO beneficiaries. I'm a sign letter now, me endorse letter and say, let us call the office of the president, the office of the vice president. We have not had any official response from them. And no, and say the level of frustrations and bebu no komuno. Obebu no ye adwuma ye. Otifie abai de neka 9 months. Abai chesika ya bebu no betumi capitalize on this small money. Etumi idea ye bibia ma no ho ebe provide livelihood na busia. Na abai na nkasa ho. So when you look at the level of frustrations and anger, and you say it is a threat because already unemployment rates high, and the NAPCO beneficiaries also 67,000 who remain at poster. They deserve to be paid 67,000. Now, maybe a petition and I say at the letter call Ghana Police Service said they want to have picketing at the forecourt of the Jubilee House. One police for no engagement. So maybe you provide enough security. But yearly there's no very proactive because looking at the level of frustrations and anger in this critical period, and yes, so National Peace Council, what is their duty? Their duty is to maintain peace and sustain peace and stability. Say institutions National Peace Council, I believe, they have a very cordial relationship with the presidency because I did be a fast to be one same They say mbebunu 67,000 akuma nto omu yima. I don't think so. Be ain't me catch me say and yet threat to our national stability and I say our national security. It's a peace council abadaimo. Any dimu amonia abayin kasa. Na abayin appreciating the excruciating hardships that mbebunu yekomu. Abayin appreciating the suffering and the grievances and genuine concerns of these trainees. No chia o musika manu. Send even demonstration at the forecourt of the Jubilee House in the Crown. Embasso. It's meania. Kubisania.
Okay.
Ne inchima heading.
Na Ministry of Finance ukra kachire mo say monko Vice President office. Na Peace Council no be there.
And I make us say, looking at the crucial period, we believe, say Peace Council at this time have coordination with the presidency because a president the priority say obe maintain peace in this election year. A Peace Council the priority so obe maintain peace in this election year.
Is it the case you say Monsanka Musika there won't be peace in the elections?
There will be peace, but what I'm saying is that you must also appreciate. Say 67,000 NAMCO beneficiaries are unemployed abandoned. You cannot argue in any way say any threat to our national security. So if the police give them the permit to have this demonstration at the forecourt of the Jubilee House, now we have demonstration now. Level of anger and frustrations, do you know where able to be escalated to?
And do you think the police the police is on record to have denied amount for a PCD demonstration called the presence of Jubilee House? What makes you think in your case the police will allow you?
Is it against the laws of the state?
That
which constitution? Another which part of the constitution? Another clause of constitution have a peaceful picketing at the forecourt of the Jubilee House.
Mrebian cancer, but it is within the discretionary powers of the police to allow you to do so.
The law does not give the police such power. The law only gives the police police for maybe somewhere demonstration. Protect them. You prevent, so you provide their responsibility is to provide enough security.
Okay.
And make sure the picketing and as a demonstration,
okay.
But the police do not have that power to decide to say, demonstration, no.
Police,
bruh. What I know, it doesn't give the police such mandate and as a power.
I'm happy you said per what you know. What you know may be limited. Police for to me say a particular place. Omobeka say I have for one or two reasons and not to deny you the opportunity of demonstrating. But they even police for no crano must agree with you on the route amopese use. Mo fa kwan bia police for no force security wise they can easily make an argument and say omutimi amunyusu a particular route.
Minia, the embassy may be saying, is it the first time be and I say could be and I say the citizens will decide to have picketing at the forecourt of the Jubilee House?
It won't be the first time. It won't be the first time. But on almost every occasion, among for I had the attempt to someone and the police have shut it down.
My brother, let the leaders know. So say, baby, why should we even talk about demonstration? When I say Bebuna ye Juma a banning responsibility of each Omoka. When was the last time Obebuni ye Juma and so resorted to demonstrations about
Chaneka?
So we shouldn't even go to that aspect.
Minia, Medawa say, enti Mama Peace Council ultimatum be a model response anymore and I say
we have their contact, so we'll be engaging the
you'll be engaging them
the development.
Very well. Nana, Meda say we are happy any so emra wenya wa ye ho any atiefo nyina. Okay. So Nana Techi Eric PRO Emma Coalition of NAPCO trainees ono ena meneno akasa sisia 9 months in ye or say omumududo na de womo allowances no aka kamu bosome nkunu nie wose ebi mu wo a womo de aka akamu 16 months ebi 13 months but womo no ye wono mu a womo no so but omumu dodo na de be 9 months nie aban fa womo under napco no 9 months nie womo kan omusika yintua mfa emma womo na in front of me krata Ministry of Finance edema affected NAPCO beneficiaries na Ministry of Finance no krata mu no odema wo mo kire mo say the Nation Builders Corps was under the office of the president and therefore any outstanding payments on the program will have to be validated and submitted to the Ministry of Finance by the office of the president. So in the case of the finance ministry, almost say vice president and our office of the president ebetimia validate ya, they will pay. So what's stopping the validation anyway? 15th September etwamu ya na ye afeba kwa VRA4 ebie womo spillways may affect some parts of the Volta region. Enti sanka FMB wo hwa wo se sha and he did the first anniversary of that unfortunate situation. 1 year on, one more ewo mepe o ma sitina mu te how are they faring? Have the government's interventions yielded any impact? Na abrabomu te a year on after the spillage. Togbe Koshi Nego the 6th, Mankralo Emamepe traditional area. Mamini Togbe Enkodi Nkomo. Togbe, what meanka memoahamu akwa baba Happy FM so?
Yo,
I know say Trini at the amount here the brofone be frafrase ne be easy amount.
Very well.
Yeah. So a year down the line after the unfortunate spillage of the VRA dam, how are your people faring and in what state are they living now?
I would say that life is very difficult for my people right now. Their situations have gone from bad to worse. And they have lost everything to the flood. Their farms, their livelihoods were lost to the flood. And they had hope initially in the government that they will come and compensate them so that they can rebuild their lives back. As at now, nothing of that sort has happened. There has not been any resettlement. There has not been any compensation. And people still live in tents. And that is not only the case.
People still live in tents?
A lot of people could not make it to their tents. And they are also living, some are sleeping in front of kiosks, and some are also living with other relatives. Life has really been difficult for my people.
You mean people still live in tents?
Yes. People still live in tents. People have not been able to even come back home because when they come, there's no place for them to live. So people are still living in other communities.
Do you still get assistance from NADMO?
As at now, throughout the whole disaster, the assistance we got from NADMO was very small. Most of the assistance that came were from individual churches, organizations, the Muslim communities, NGOs, those Ghanaians who cared. They are the ones who showed us love the most. NADMO did very little because we thought they were not resourced well to take care of the people.
Wow. And have you have you in sight any form of government intervention? I'm sure when the Honorable Kojo Ponkroma took over the Ministry of Works and Housing, he visited your area, interacted with the leadership of the communities. What was promised and what has been delivered?
Yes, Honorable Ponkroma came to meet us. We told him about our challenges, how people don't have place to sleep. So he told us that that is why he came. They were going to gather data and then see how best they can start building to replace the lost or collapsed houses. They came to do a validation, but as at now, nothing has started yet. As you said, it's been a year, and there has not been any action. There's nothing to show that the government is going to do anything. We keep getting information from them that they were going to do some ABC for us, but up to now, we have not seen any action yet.
But you have also been beneficiaries of private interventions from various groupings and associations. I want to believe that has gone to some extent to ameliorate the burden that is upon your shoulders as chiefs of the area.
Yes, one of the biggest intervention was a Mepe Health Center that was built by Ghana Chamber of Mines and the City Foundation, City FM, City TV Foundation. They built a health center for us. You know, Mepe didn't have health center before the flood came.
Okay.
And it was really difficult because people who lost everything couldn't pay for their health care. So we had an agreement with the health directorate that our people should be taken care of free. And there are donors who also came to support us with medicine. So, but because we didn't have health center, there was no way that could work. We have to rely on the neighboring health hospital for that, and it became a challenge because we kept on going back and forth with them. And so getting the health center really helped. Hope for Ghana also came to give us mechanized borehole, about 7 mechanized borehole in the town. And others also came to support in their own way. But most of the support that came were through relief items, food, water, clothing.
Which must have been spent by now.
Yes.
So the biggest intervention for you would be government intervention.
Yes.
Which you have not seen yet.
If government intervention had come, it would have really helped us.
Okay. Togbe, I would have to leave it here and thank you very much for your time. But just before you go, I know you haven't done a head count as at the very time we called to talk to you, but you must have a fair idea of the number of displaced persons who are still living in tents and who are still putting up in front of kiosks and all of that. About how many people are still displaced, if you can share that with us.
Yes. You know, our population is over 16,000.
Okay.
So when the flood came, the number of people who were displaced were over 12,000.
Okay.
Over 12,000 in the sense that some of our people are also at the overbank.
Okay.
And, you know, the river divides the town into two. And the majority are on the side that were affected the most. Most of them, because they had no place to live, they have to. Some of them travel to the neighboring communities. Some of them travel to Ashama and
other places. Okay.
And so, the people who are currently living at the tents, they are not the only ones who were displaced.
Okay.
There are a lot of people who have been displaced, who don't have places to sleep.
I get the point. Well, anyway. I would
like to use your platform to thank the media. The media has been number one support for us. They have been able to broadcast what people have been going through right from day one. Had it not been the media houses, people, Ghanaians, and the whole world wouldn't have known what has happened to us. Our appreciation goes to the churches, to the Muslim communities, all those who cared and came to support us. We thank them so much. We cannot mention them because there are so many of them that we have a list of them. We publish it during our festival, and very soon we'll be doing a press conference to also thank them through the media houses.
Okay.
Thank you so much. What you have done have really saved us.
Tagwe, the Nyamias say at least yensu a platform na yedi akama semwamamo. We only hope that there will be an intervention very soon. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you so much.
EpaHoaDaben.
Togwe Kosi Nego the 6th, a Mankralo Emma Mefe traditional area, Onona Menino Edi and Komosisia. In our discussion, ene a Fifi Ofori Ata or a president Achim for Aland and special advisor to Honorable Alan Kojo Chematin YJ Nedja. Next to him, Ali Suraj, or a former MPP organizer in the USA and a staunch member of the Baumia for President campaign team. Menowoka say, Waje it is possible, che signal no so strong, and ode etimenim si. Next to Ali Suraj is another Ali, Ibrahim Ali, or no a member of the NDC communications team. Gentlemen, Emma Mwakwaba.
Ejoso.
Boko de Angufi.
Nyamiadu.
Ede nyamiasi papa.
Ali Ibrahim apomodie boko na emom. Akomlete ye bottom no na problem. Ye tajwe.
Bottom nye.
Ene ohwe se de my emre ya wan so buy my din na.
Why ye din ka mabusa sa don ho fa wana.
Dey be say binya bibidi anopai.
Awanye bibidi na wusen
na medwene ho.
Na so wanya bibia dia papa dia obenya bibia dia nwumire
me bo be na Ali Straja ba be na wanya mama be 1000 bi na jeja check here how far but honestly o my thing my thing papa
na sa Ghana nya emreda da bia Ghana e dey
we dey adutwem oh dey be because especially say o ma promise you say savior be ba savior be a oye Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na yina enim say all body o man
the savior was President Akufo-Addo. The savior was President Akufo-Addo.
When Mahama was president, MPP for complaining say o man my thing economy nenye city no enye ni ade you know savior be ba economic wizard, economic guru Wizkid, yeah, which is this current vice president. But Kamia Koye say, I mean, and so much Akoye would rather say, Yadia, see, on my I dino as head of the economic management team, no, on one was a disubordinate a bono.
Okay,
yeah, Tino. Unfortunately, so sign Abba Beam say, Yetsuna, but this time as a driver, I know the and Yadia Bayajuma,
Ali Suraj, how far now? Me who check.
Campaign na ye
na ko saying
at least menu aye nya dia e beka se yenti obia said ye menu aka se come de no well ebia minni mejuma wo ye ebia wonye juma bia nti aka se come de na you cannot challenge with someone na wonye juma bia no se come de no but ebia na juma wo ye no was a business there and outminya exna onya ebia ene no anya. We don't challenge, we listen.
Okay.
Yetia na esuedi akwadwendwem.
Ghana ye hu bibi.
Ya ye hu bibi. Ghana be.
And you say ne o he nim so be drop.
Ghana be ya everyonti ase. Ghana ni kasa. And I'm so NDC ni o. O ye MPP ni o ye Ghana ni. Ntimi kasa. Ntie na asam.
Okay.
Ubi tie na asam. Na to be very honest with you, you be na betima bie na no wadom mu nipa mu no kasa kwam di no.
Yeah.
NDC ni kasa ekwam di no a metimi akasa yes me kasa woni ejuma nti ekwam be di no asa obi timi nche no se ekwam di na and asa wohuri Ghana for do baby we are serious communication is not a joking communication. You cannot sit here and joke and say ekwam di if you are speaking for Alachamanti. Oh minia
Alan
na abraboy boy yene wo papa na boy
Alan ochichiska
abraboy boy no yene wo papa na boy
amembu
abraboy boy no yene wo papa na boy anka man this ni bi nkasa e nyemfa kwa mi no nkasa na wo so ka bi wo se kwam di na ne wo papa nya ya no wo de akoto ova nya we nti media de meka se so no so aka se kwam di no dia ene asodin na ndi odo na kwam di ne baaye what yes ena di wono na kwam di ne baaye what futu from pinfo wa anka kwam di no na enye se wo nisika anase wo ni edi ebe kwa koto bia
ne ho anka kwam di no
mesi
na se mo de mame
tie
cause mo man tim
enye te wo
okay
ti ejuma na ye no ye no wona ye
no kre
nti wono te no ho no wonhwe ne ma se wo papa ma ko bede no wanya biedi wonhwe ne ma nti ye kombedi wo mo na de na wo expect
okay
wo boss no hwewa ana kwam nya dai endu na wo boss no ahwewa e kom na beku
na se nyina e boss ne president Akufo-Addo
yes but nti na make say
ne bia me ne kom di bi
because nipa na wo cause that problem nipa na office bia wo kan ho bi ne ye onka ho bi se enchinam efri nsuo mu no be catch on se
enchinam de on nsuo mu na wo ye mu se denchem efri nsuo mu
nti so we are taking this thing as a serious matter. Once I mean you say I will only advise say yes a moment dear e ka say e betina se ne edwa ya numa no ma bi de etimi chia e ya ban bia but at least e bia na enena edwa ni o ma no e tina edwa ne bebam
Uncle Fee what's up?
What's up? Alan is up.
Alan is up. Ne mo be call ni bia na presidential encounter no ne IEA for you.
Actually, Alan international consortium of international trade association.
Oh, okay.
I invite you to be a speaker to talk about foreign direct investments. Walisa Hanu.
Oh, okay.
6 o'clock. So,
oh, okay. When they say
so they accommodate grow for the body dia mi ti me bi ase. Me tia se si amaye ya ni 01. Me ba na me talk ko bi
so
edi
ya no pane de
kre aro 0 it is 010 maybe we are lucky so that also of America but say cash no my di sika nyina ba omia economy measure na let me tell you say Alan say Alan
no so kanu akani o say ye na ye di sika ababa me ye wo MPP nyina ni MPP aba nyina ali wa trade minister
ali wa ka
say mama kasa oh madam ali
bacho to aso
what is sika nyina just say Alan yes he was a trade minister. But I saw who say in governance, you were your for example, collective responsibility.
Yeah.
And you were individual accountability. Alan was just an ordinary minister.
No, a cabinet minister.
A cabinet minister. That's
ordinary.
But what you say, your for example, the president and the vice president, essentially. The vice president are not all kind of people who.
But he chaired subcommittees.
Suggest chairs. No, please don't. I know the red herring. The fact of the matter is that Nana Yede Gwamiabano, no party no, no party no. What Nanaka say, hey, or not the economics no.
To the Baumia.
And Sikano so those times hata. It just so you know traders ready for a bread. It's any of the whiskey.
Yeah.
The first economic messiah back to come and redeem us from this for example economic hardships are now
Ghana for
so no and then Oma emisata 170 questions. So answer. 170 questions. What happened to?
Yenya answer no.
And also Messiah. Right now, IMF the economy we owe about $70 billion. How are we going to pay for it? The IMF. Maumia was the IMF, the negotiation in IMF. And what they just did was to defer.
Was it not can Oh, sir.
Whiskey.
No,
whiskey.
The president told us that he was not able to kick him out of office was
because he was a financial finance minister.
Anyway, when would they initial comment?
Just finish it. NAPCO, Asama Okai, Mobile. You know,
then let's start from there because there's one of my topics. It's one of my topics. So start from there and take off.
Okay, fine. NAPCO, PRO, mobile. You know, NAPCO was a creation of Baumia. Say 100,000 graduates. They were going to employ them.
Unemployed graduates.
Who say 419? Actually 410. They graduated to 410. It was a hoax.
Why was it a hoax?
Why was it a hoax? Was it an employment that they created? They spent about 2.6 billion.
But they said they absorbed a good number.
They say what absorbed them to
mainstream employment.
To what the mainstream employment. And then after 3 years, what happened to them? They are all sitting at home. But I said we have to even audit that 2.6 billion. And because up to now, you're a cow.
Yeah, a cow.
And you know the Oka say Alan Kamuru. Do you know Alan and the brainchild was the 1D1FR? About even 2017 on Jifin Sem Ako Gift Kuradu. Well, Uncle said 1D1 secretariat presidency.
Yeah.
It was after 2019. When they saw that businessmen, potato chips, plantain chips, businessmen, the Google House, I didn't know 2020 elections, but that's when they brought it back to the ministry. And you know, when they brought it back to the ministry, do you know what they did?
Tell me.
They only gave Alan or the 1D1F only 400 million Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Only 400 million to do this. And I saw Otiase also say 1D1F though, it was if an example, it was private sector driven.
Yeah.
A private investor will bring his or her money to go and invest in a certain district or community. Not just a yes, in terms of loans, some loans they'll pay 50%, 10%. Now there's a tax.
Sure.
It
was private sector.
And also for those who existing businesses they own person on the new line.
But what's your point with 1D1 and NAPCO?
My point is that instead of putting that 2.6, can you imagine if they put that 2.6 million in
1D1F.
1D1F.
2.6 million now. Almost.
NAPCO.
Okay.
They are in arrest. Okay. If they are just putting the productive sector, like 1D1F, do you know how easily the 1D1F would have absorbed all these NAPCO people as we speak, and they will be employed. But what they did, also Alan popular. They starved him of that money. And then they got the vice president to bring this 4110 NAPCO with 3 years. After 3 years, what was the plan? There was no plan. Now Alan also look, NAPCO for the young people. So shall we say he just brought up his 10-point plan for the youth. And I'll just go through some of them. I don't know.
Relevant to this month.
Relevant to the NAPCO because it's a youth unemployment.
Okay.
And Alan, it's coming, it's enterprise economy, job and cash economy. These are some of the things that he's
I
going
like
to.
the way you said the cash.
Yeah, cash.
Job and cash.
Cash.
No more.
Cash.
Cash. No style visa.
Because I say,
I don't know.
yes, Sika Moja.
It's a moja boom. It's a yambre.
It's living good. Let me show. I just go through quickly what Alan's solution is. One, he's going to start with the youth, a new program, start your own business initiative.
Okay.
For graduates.
Okay.
That will be funded by the Youth Enterprise Development Fund.
Okay.
2, 100,000 obesity of 100,000 health screening booths across the length of breadth of the country. I remember youth, they will own it. It booths is a high blood pressure, diabetes test. They'll do it, and then it will be owned and operated by them, and they will do it on a work and pay basis.
So this booth must be what manned by health background
as graduates and as a tertiary graduates.
Okay.
And then the government will
into check you. You can do that today in any pharmacy. I mean, why must government set people up to just be checking BP?
Why not? Because if you look at our traders, most of the time they don't even have time to. We interview of course they need to bring Kakrada.
But they can easily walk to a pharmacy and check their BP.
Pharmacy how many pharmacies are in it's an innovative way. It will also, most important, it will create jobs.
Okay.
And this one, they are going to own it.
Okay.
And I bet it's a work and pay. Government will put the seed money in work and pay.
Okay.
And a job creation. And I also know.
For my last mommy and Mr. because of time.
Okay. Because Traders Bank now.
Okay. All right. 989 FM EpaHoaDaben Jumedie. NAPCO trainees demanded or more arrears 9 months. And almost demanded, and the last attempt they wrote to the finance ministry said we the presidency are validating mudia, then we can pay you. What do you make of NAPCO full consensus and the fact that we seem to have not solved the graduate unemployment situation? Ali Ibrahim,
Yedika Mamincha refo ni atifo nyina mo hwe eti Ghana fana nyina na mensanchia me party penifo across the regions, especially the Ashanti region. Me party communication officer Abbas Nuruddin and national and deputy national communication officer Michubia. Now I think said this NAPCO issue here. I said this before. Yeah, they can't say this policy was a deceptive policy before it was rolled out. We said it time and again, say, South policy no, and idea feasible, and yes, sustainable. Yeah, the fruits were more drew and a ma Akufo-Addo ni Dr. Bawumia. Say, policy a modi be say, I mean, say more create 100,000 jobs through NAPCO, and idea be ye can't want them. You can't no matwa boy, you can't no matwa boy. And then, bedrew high.
EpaHoaDaben.
Dear me young pony say, Obi a university. Our course was dear for 4 good years. O commander Joma. A Joma, it trying to cost 700 Ghana cedis. And our day man.
Send a allowance.
It was allowance, but it was not enough.
They were not fully employed.
Yes, but allowance, it was not enough because for you were taking car, they were moving here and there, they would eat and all that. I mean, this was something, a peanut that should have been paid if the government was actually committed to this particular policy. They didn't. Still like the idea of the back say for political reasons. And also this our policy by who and fan share sefata and antoto ho. And also ene aye de wo ha omantimi this way na me no ka say 9 months arrears e wo ho. Adentina was say banisa. Aban before say omo beji to me ama omo ho omo kikan sembebre etre Ghana for say nyoma eni kruyi mu tamana John Dramani Mahama ye president omo ba omo bibie nyoma hodo amankrofo anya biaye omo kekaya kan say omo the factories ahodo ebeba every district bia no omo the factory ebeba hod every single district in this country. And now me know ka say nyoma na omo hihye ho bono e wo he apart from NAPCO a failure akoya rehosema ya dwene ho krampa ye ntiase pama na Akufo-Addo ebeye president Akufo-Addo ebeye president ama Bawumia aye vice president na employment rate in Ghana na 8.4%.
Unemployment and unemployment.
I beg your pardon. Unemployment rate in this country was 8.4%. But no so power John Dramani Mahama. So we Bruno we school dodo munye jumanye. Yes. Unemployment graduate association in our time. But at least to me most of the youth because the unemployment rate was down. I mean 8.4%. The na me no say na Bawumia was so be nyoma through 1D 1F. We say we did not kwaba. We do so dey share hodwa ba. Be nyoma nyoma no bobi have create 1 million job. Na be say 3 million more contradict mo ho and the unemployment rate 14.7%. The figures are speaking for themselves. And so what exactly? Emapuna wa Ghana just a bonnet baby, dear Mopia cost school 4 good years. Sika was so Janica 700 Ghana cedi Enyes Kabia. Peanuts. Now, I mean, Oko a Jubilee House as come with you or I mean, 700 cedis. I mean, but they all failing.
700 cedis times 100,000.
700 cedis, I mean. Look,
it's a lot of money.
A lot of money, but you don't.
The individual.
Yes, but the point is, you don't, promise something is not sustainable. Idea want to say idea and idea a possible. I don't think a political reason ultimately I mean when this policy was rolled out, Dr. Kuma in 2022, Deputy Former Minister Nyankopon Fadekra NCA,
the late
John Kuma, or catch and say NAPCO beneficiaries, say 3 years they will transition them, from that and then support them through U-Starts. U-Starts you can't want some money. They are more promising. Almost said they are going to support NAPCO beneficiaries through, these U-Start. I'm a more bossy, more be more juma and new money because they know more training keke. And now I say U-Start bossy I mean. No, not even a single NAPCO personnel or apply.
But U-Start was for entrepreneurship.
But John Kuma said that. John Kuma said
NAPCO were not entrepreneurs.
Yes, but why should the deputy minister, when you go right now, it will pull out?
Yeah, but what it simply means is that
the deputy minister,
in my understanding, what it simply means to me is a NAPCO beneficiary. Now, entrepreneurial dreams are. There is a fund for you a bit more,
but a lot of them
not a wholesale thing.
Apply. I don't know more apply not more these entrepreneurial skills no more apply no man.
Okay.
I mean yet today Bebre say more party boys or more loyal to the new patriotic party. Family and friends need their kika. So in summary, what I'm saying is way any the political will, any the commitment in creating jobs in this country. Job plans in now a sloganeering keka. John Dramani Mahama. I'm for 24-hour economy ama nyuma amabunuma yebeye mobo.
Better say. Mamenko Ali Surajo na minti how you explain yentia a top program at that vice president Akumaso. Who did the 100,000 youth could go Black Star Square in Shomunina t-shirt white NAPCO. A buying said, "I be you unemployed graduate association free or any NAPCO go." But I bind your moka. How do you explain to the people of Ghana, the youth of Ghana, Sam Pampa Mojunio?
Dedi kano mame fa wakonya so na me nchati fo.
Obi ajo so.
Na Ghana fo nyina wuti. Me nuanu mo akasa fine. No munim na o maka. E good ni nyina ya man yokosem. Kabi mame nkabi. Na nipa de oni neti ho a. Na oni netina se ye fe a. Wa hu na utimi mesi no. Amisi Chairman Lugard.
Oh, Chairman Lugard. What would you
Chairman Lugard or her, Nanka, discuss matter not terribly, but we must so I never.
Kasade now okra
mama chairman afafanto michiao na
Ghana rise again.
Once the be media bibi ba metimi admit. You see, the fact of the matter is say there's a process to take care of this issue.
Okay.
In every governance situation, you are aware, say, doing upon moving, we face certain crisis that we end up into the IMF. And she shared a dorsal. But before me ban you are interviewing the spokesperson or the coordinator, the PRO of the NAPCO and
coalition of NAPCO trainees.
Yes, sorry, yes, so repeat it on the same thing in connection of the letter sending to the Minister of Finance.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Responder Minister of Finance I don't see why nothing wrong with what the Minister of Finance can hear. Because NAPCO was initiated by the Office of the President. And so they want you to at least do the due process. Channel is to where at the end of free bar. Now omono address you more proper. Say due to this one, this and this, you take care of these issues like this. But Mr. Mabunumun say job I create a cover NAPCO by and mean jin this a bonny. And I mean jin this is say illegal. Illegally, and is within the mandate of the president. What me I say I dream say mabunu bino omuni ejuma ye na yen create ejuma mo na nka me expect the other political parties to support since NAPCO buy o ma hitting sa obia against NAPCO Ghana for so at least mabunu bi ye na ndc for aka na ya no mo aka just say because they are not comfortable say ejuma na idea ba no so they find ways and means to do so many things and I normal be so ya na e kan
NAPCO for do send am enne omo ejuma ye.
Oh, bro, I'm not sure because unim. Oh, baby, I'm not sure because Pisami said best say more TV so me to be in Kadu one in tell because I don't have the data. Okay. But I'm not sure because
most of them are.
Most of them are ejuma. That be men can say 80%. And we a political topic. We a serious discussion. When 80%. 20%, 30%.
Into my finger,
say only our 80%. The second say Oma the data now. Only the number of the NAPCO cry. No far. And so the seriousness on it, they say. Abai of a patronima kwaba. MPP abai.
Yeah.
Aye be pa. What way I can up kwasa? Maybe the same mention can say. A bit more unemployment graduates. A party, political party. You can't say they are party for. How many party for? And how many Ghana for? But the same Ghana for not a party for. Because a woman I choose to say Omudi party BH. And you just say Omunya Ghana for. Until the Ejima will be our better says you, me, Ejima be a yaka kwabi. You can't a man, Ejiman, you know. Oh, and a party for, if you show say I can hear me bottom. No NDC party ID card home. Until
9 months arrears. How do you explain to Ghana for?
Oh, I'm explaining to Ghana for say.
Ghana they explaining.
Oh, me defend what is defend, what is explanation? Who be say me caution. Anyhow, I was say me explain it now. Say me mouth here say.
Atiena chirumuna mentias ya so say me busa.
Oh, so be say so na ma chirumuna. Nipa o kan kro no nsesa na no. Because Ghana, baby, I work Ghana no. You know me person me chiwaju ne bom ni say ene Ghana for amboy abaso on NAPCO. Ghana for ndidi atam on NAPCO. Because ejuma ni ya create aba. Ejuma do sign na aban political parties are create aba. Ebi mo survival, ebi mo survival into the due process. Our own opponent and ankophobia di omoti ho. Enye omude. NAPCO ba yi. Among for singing national anthem our last name was studio me catch am say NAPCO employees. Meaning say said the TBA, mean kasa ye perfect. There will be a little misunderstanding any political, any Ghana said ya mine or mine day kosono. You bring your challenges kakra. That doesn't mean say you feel. You feel here because ye Ghana ha Ghana mine we mu. Ebimu de omo fa hwiamba o.
Ye den na mo feel.
Yeah, because ebimu kro mo fa hwiamba. And na ye kasa yi. Ye nya kodebia mika o si debi. We get the challenge of the COVID-19. That COVID-19 challenge is affecting normal baby. It's not only Ghana. It's the whole world. Even Happy FM during that time, no musumu call lockdown. But we call lockdown, no. Say still, mujima kachiano, omunka say Happy FM. Yes, but now obia a lockdown. And those kind of things you can. Obi a government for 8 years. When you lockdown da. When you Russia-Ukraine war da. One time for one social intervention crown fund tour. At least you are lockdown. Yet be the napko aba and ye discuss napko akusi, napko nkusi. Nipa dia. And so we say the intention, no. Because the America says we be see the economic messiah, but the end of I tell you, sir, no one discuss it your Nipa na yebi. And then NAPCO are discussing on the buy. Are we discussing NAPCO because of a positive thing I see? No. We are discussing NAPCO because there is some challenges on it. So we are discussing some challenges because Utiminka almost started in Mukada. There be some cancer. So 9 months in the the question is NAPCO almost started call NAPCO no. Nasa yenchia omo ekada. You can sit here and say NAPCO na ide ba 419. NAPCO. But so we use NAPCO surviving for how many years? Yes, so no use 419. Na we use NAPCO as 4110 dia. You see NDC ni kura nkasa na okra de o kan na ya na mento ase. Ejima na me no na ye. Me no na ye. Wo dia wo to e kana asem no. One day trade minister for 7 years. Yes. And I Ghana ha. Ye ba ba mu no. Woni se woni die ono ye dia manu wantimi an unim se woni kwase se wo beka se ade na asai na so ye check here is under the your ministry who say under whose ministry nim kwase under one to one D1 fa wo kan here under ministry of trade na it was not under the Ministry of Trade until the last minute. It is oba mistakenly no be your mampeni and you crowful for the rule the country no matter farmer no to be complaining. So yes, you don't have your own mandate to fight for what is right for you. What one enyim go say Dr. Bawumia fighting Magana from E-levy. Also fighting. Oh, Dr. Bawumia fighting. Between E-levy no. And letting you normal baby Magana mai. In between E-levy, also about how do you reconcile that? Say one fighting. In between E-levy, Dr. Bawumia fighting at least ama ebimu ancha water bill. What you fighting ama ebimu ancha light bill. They can't E-levy. What you say E-levy now kaka so fighting light bill. Maybe you can fight say E-levy ni ba E-levy. Nipa no kan ban ho nipa na E-levy abase ene wo petumi o si E-levy Dr. Bawumia has never allowed so boss say Dr. Bawumia has no he was part of the movement. Adena Bawumia say Anje one Adena Dr. Bawumia fighting for Ghana Amagana for Emra was one the kind of writer minister Ewonu the vice president don't have that right. Minister can take a decision. But the vice president will consult the president. But ministers don't take decisions in a vacuum. I'm telling you, the cabinet minister in his office, Minister of Trade, can take the decision that the vice president cannot take. But the decision to let me tell you what he did. You're running show. Yours is to ask me. I am to ask you. I'm asking you. Okay, ask me. Does a minister of trade have the power to decide? They say, "Mufa 1D1F secretariat and say that is the decision of the president." You see, that's the decision of the president. May God bless you. If the president take a decision and take it out of you, you are the minister that you can contribute that time. If you think it's within your power, you write the memo to the president. You write the memo to the president. Say, Mr. President, based on the the constitution now, the president knows the law. The president will bear with you. It means it's not under you. The president has a decision to do whatever he wants. Well. That doesn't mean say untimi yejimano. That doesn't mean say unyejimano. And your explanation. It Bawumia during the time I work COVID, what you say he want to secure Ghana's future. He care for the country, will make sure say your electricity bill. Medasibebre Ali Suraj 98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben Jumedini. Mamenkai will say Crave Ghana. Makachro say
Omra Suma several times. My hair when Yadia Bijai. Crif Ghana at the and same for Frobia and same way more dead yaba. Omo the one-stop shop for premium office solutions. Into person my office no face lifter. Me patrol be brone Crif Ghana indi a joining common name. Almost superior quality European office stationery, any money counting machines. Almost security safes, a be protected of valuable assets in Kaise eba eye world famous brands papa dia Crif Ghana and one more eton one more niema almost 26 award winning world famous brands okotobia ubehunu se wato ade papa na one Crif Ghana for ndidwa because almost 38 years of experience in the field of office equipment and money counting machines we here one more actually kwaya behu mo adabraka near YWCA and our airport residential area inside Roman Ridge Shopping Arcade. Talk to them today on 0244 681 997. Liquid and Grills Corporate Catering Semen come for Mao. Be na office a jument no very busy. So they be crowding timimpo MP free office no call lunch. And unti well if you call on them they will bring you food in your office. Or more banku with okra soup, fufu with light or granite soup, ali shiraji boni trinko pame bo fufu no, jollof rice, wache, any red omo ni nyina ebe. Na proteins are a company say nnuane a mebobo so nyina be a beef, be a chicken, be a fish, and a traditional meats ahodo. A plate cost 55 Ghana cedis per with a Liquid and Grills Corporate Catering. Talk to them, call them, and arrange with them. 0507 110 430. And then we'll check me 5 minutes now. Maybe I'm offer Kwabena Sapon. Na ono so eja me offer ono bekrumu once in a week into Obasa na I say yama ono so dey nim there and support you on come aye there. We move on to our next matter and I'll start with you Ali Ibrahim because NDC for Monsemo Amodiaba. Moma Electoral Commission 1 week ultimatum. Say on comply with more demands say for instance called the Tembraso. Electoral Commission say niamusu hu no wotu hu anamon. On deny the issues are raised. They are working on it. What is your problem again?
All right, but quickly let me address one or two things.
Your time,
just some 30 seconds. I mean, all the failure of the Baumia-led, Akufo-Addo-led administration were attributing it to COVID. Best almost say about issues beside COVID in Senomuyin free because COVID in Ghana over 21 billion. Ghana cedis. And the IMF send the pen or honum. So COVID in the International Monetary Fund almost $1 billion. World Bank for the over the buy. Nyasem was any single problem in this country more attributed to COVID. Why? I mean, at the end of the day, we used over 10 billion for budget support. Budget support, somebody go a campaign, HHD. 2020, your budget deficit, could do 15 point something. You get it? So clearly, I think it's important, say, you can't, or minus say,
where the 2 minutes or time?
Be a free, 1 minute, but where do you say 1 minute? All right. My man, serve notice. Wait a minute, Mebonetel. NDC for your complaint very simple. One, electoral commissioner NOBA yen NDC for your trust no. I mean the chairperson of the electoral commission.
Okay.
The deputies ni nyina no, deputies ni nyina especially boss Manasari. Yenim so MPP ni. Yenim Charlotte Jane Mensah in one way or the other is affiliated to the New Patriotic Party. I mean, issues are raising, and I say, no one shall say, raise you. You raise issues, yeah, check. I pack me to a kaya, to me, kikama. I say, ultimately, say, they are not interested.
Issues are more easy, discrepancies in the voters' register.
In the voters'
this
register.
matter only came up during the exhibition. How come said that the Yinamo come on IPAC?
This matter, it was I'm talking about other matters you raise you, but let me just focus on this particular one. I mean, after the exhibition, you realize it's close to about 50,000 people or more edasu register them. You raise even before say you taking moves to go on this demonstration. You say electoral commission commissioner be react quickly.
But how did you arrive at 50,000 people a week?
But we have our agents. We have our agent who reported some of the people are omufimo. During the exhibition, the expert saying paper out no nanka e didn't nyina eden afrim.
But say one volunteer some information na easy phone timi nyudi infrimu. It's a number of nipa 50,000 omewu a. Your civic responsibility was to give that information to the EC.
And I make sure say we reported most of these, claims. Our agents on the ground.
No, you don't have to do that. And only say we so be what then a death certificate, the burial certificate, and the dance here. The engineer no so a free register anymore. Complaining in the process.
All right. And I make sure say the electoral commissioner the process you follow, but we want to follow this process with an independent arbiter. That's our concern because them say the baby because the show monster process no you follow. There's no way we will get your treaty fair. So what we are calling for is an independent arbiter.
Do you need an independent arbiter to take out ghost names?
No, I mean we will do that with our reps, with the political party reps. We will do that with the electoral commissioner, itself. Round table, for transparency's sake. Because action and inaction for the past few months, am I a stick now? We say, see a JBBA at the show, Monsa, and ya dear prepare your bed, a beba. And when a simple when your idea was you're trinity time. So the point is, yes, but if the point is, say, and idea more will be a mopesa moya modisia, and this call,
Kawasankamuti.
I mean, what are you hiding? You are hiding something. I am a dancer. Me happiness to say, yes, forensic audit.
Ali Mami Tremunko. Na mema Uncle Phil son chena dwene the consensus of the NDC. Uncle Phil Mami
okay, I'll touch that briefly, but now I wanted to go back to anyway. Let me
point agenda no.
Okay. Let me touch this. Look, Honorable Alan Chemati 100% supports a forensic audit.
Wait. So one kasa, your background is...
Yes, I'm an IT security auditor.
Yeah. So help me here.
Yes.
A forensic audit of an IT system one. We put
it forensic it's like going to the system. We have methodologies and stuff that we use to go into it to verify the integrity. We call the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the data in the systems.
Okay.
It is to go systematically to look at the
typically typically see forensic audit of your voters register for you as an expert.
First of all, you have to look at all the assets, the assets of the controls.
Okay.
The controls that have been put in place.
Okay.
One image here, because say if your duties, your daily duties that don't warrant you to have access
to the system,
or some access or even rights.
Okay.
Maybe you can just read, but you can't write.
Right.
Or edit those assets, and it's from what NDC I hear. NDC, it's a very serious damning transfers. You to be transferred from the district office. No, it's not. And
for instance, with what you have said, say forensic auditor, one you hear omo access into the system. And a controls are
first of all, you have to understand the whole topology of the systems and how the data will move back. But there are controls. For instance, I heard STL, who said STL was managing these systems. Nobody can have access to that unless your job warrants it. Now, the normal access, I have temporary access.
Okay.
And now in the whole IT security, when it comes to sabotage, all these things the research is that 80% of those things to happen internally.
Okay.
And now with these EC4 controlling their own way, who's a system?
Say easy in the control.
Yes, who's a system administrator has access to everything. All way will be me a call. It will say the very simple. If you don't have an audit trail with the system administrator, or we know. Hey, bet me about Anajo working hours. Waba, they have access to Waba transfer where you see anything.
Okay.
So that's why the forensic audit, any IT security audit, we're going to make sure say they have all these controls, including making sure say, Obia audit trails, you know. This is a system administrators.
Yeah.
There's an audit trail which can tell because Oba Anajo after working hours now Oba transfer.
It's more your forensic audit BC now. More share one. We need pakra or access.
Your
timer or core system.
To make cover.
Etimi koba. Any idea or core system.
Yes. And now if even their job functions
is
the system is the data. Yeah, they know. Is it confidential? The integrity of the data. I say at one point, for example, there were about 300,000 when they did a mop-up or something. 300,000 or more. After their own country, now after it's gone up to 500,000. So
you need to find out how come. And will the system be able to tell you that?
Yes, yes. And NDC calls for say even when they were having this transfer, they have to be live. For a person to be able to do all the transfer with. But we know transfers without the person being there. The system, the audit will tell you all those things. And if there are no controls place, we will put all those controls in place.
And looking at NDC for concerns normal reason, Ususu say with your expertise, there is a need for a forensic audit.
Oh, more than an IT security audit as well to look at the whole way. Because
so the forensic audit is different from the IT security audit.
Yes, forensic audit is more specialized, specific.
Okay.
But the IT security audit looks at the general way the whole IT systems to make sure that there's confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the system. Yes, dangerous crisis. They say no. Do they have a contingency plan, a disaster recovery plan, just in case on that day?
BBC.
The system how are they going to retrieve all those things have to be looked at.
Okay, and I'm sure the Electoral Commission.
And wait, there come on 2 seconds. We now touch
Uncle Fee,
2 seconds because the Alan get to plan. Not very serious. Allowance
with about 2 pay.
Okay. But I can say NAPCO Jumano allowance salary. It's a Juma. It's Alano or the Traders Bank for young people, young entrepreneurs. Or they also NAPCO say we provide the tax relief and training grants for companies that employ new graduates.
Okay.
To cover cost of skills training and build the experience of the young people who enter the job market. Also, no, also one more. Obama banks to allocate equivalent of 10% of their profits after tax to provide new collateral-free concessionary lending to youth on MSM.
Ali.
Yes, bro.
NDC's concerns over the EC quickly now. Mema offer some run.
Okay. So until the American Union say, "Oh, me cheya."
Baumia.
That's all day.
Yachro Baumia also. Our hope, Pijakosukake. Our hope, our future, our leader, 2024.
That's what NDC were afraid because demonstration we for Fachabi, a day in Faso de Bagana. Data now, you should not say our cancer. I dear BI will be a consequence, but you have to also look at the danger part of it. Say, who complain, say, Obi, our data, any free man. I want you to be fair with me. So, about my constituency as once here. Now, so the list to be basis, I list will know. Now, so do my EC. Now, EC, I make sure, say, or verify, say, there's evidence attached to it. No, ko yidina. Never say nipa na enwu.
What is some franchise?
No ko share. They be na beba. That is the problem. You see, I do baby, I know politics, that's the reality. Me do film, met with the petition at 2 elections so. Injunction. So I met with the injunction at 2 elections so. Because when you be doing film, into easy say or share. Who are making sure say they are already buy no correct. First of all, NDC, first of all, NDC as a political party. From yesterday, Omami Ati as I said, they don't believe EC. The EC bekabia omuntie. Inti nipa na waka said the EC bekabia omuntie no. Mami chow the fact of the matter ni say omo who say what they are thinking is not going to happen. Baumia will be the next president. So they should find a way to create chaos into this country. Because demonstration only men person are going into details. Me of our me boss wa. The ones our boss wa no. Na mo person muti the real fact of the matter na. Ya na mama me paying for them baha. And kamama mo who say the omu ya na bogus. Omu person omu set it up say let's do some demonstration kofo be near the Anuaka. Some say they are creating chaos. It's okay. Next time we will discuss about it.
Ali Menkwansa.
Let me just.
It's my chance. Maybe me of our. Please, don't make the technical point. When you ministry, when you technical point, me of an number. I tell for and yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, people for the editor, my. And you know how many hours of a time. Of a better. I just want to make a technical point.
My time is up.
Because a brother.
Pachotana say offer Mike in Okasa Mike in
technical point to be I'm person here. So NDC, we know every reason. Who said they just got a sample of all the
electoral commission some of any
and so say once they've seen a sample of it, that means then we have to go thoroughly because who knows other ways. When there was sample,
let me listen to
2015. Remember 2016. Charlotte said,
Uncle V. What you have said is technically wrong.
Ali Cheng.
It's technically wrong. NDC did not go there with a sample. They went there. Hold on. They went there with absolute numbers. 50,000. They didn't say samples. They went there with 50,000, with 3,956. That they said
3,957.
Correct. That's right.
How many voters are there in the register?
Almost say, almost call register moon.
Yeah.
Tio. Almost say, almost call register moon. Almost can't show me new say. Yeah, statistical sampling of the register.
They don't have to tell you.
No, Jesus Christ. See, this is why I'm going to say this. The NDC for you is history repeating itself. So here, what they are doing, we did the same thing.
That's true. Let my vote count.
We did the same thing, and you're glad you're in the West. I'm a call register and say, ECOWAS register.
Mekai.
Etiade young tokene. We call for forensic audit.
Yeah.
And these people.
NDC4.
Ejre wiasiha. Ekache obiara se forensic audits in here. It is absolutely unnecessary. I'm just saying this to let you know what is happening.
Okay.
To the extent you say, easy, can say, oh, and I say, IEA, I can say, oh, where's it to way? Mama yen shia.
The current electoral commission and council.
No, organize it. Organize it. No. She did not issue a statement.
It was a organization.
It was a communique.
It was exactly.
Attended by over 100 people.
But IEA was the lead organization.
On the convening. Yeah. NDC, do you know what happened?
Tell me of it.
They said, sir, it's an exercise in futility. IEA or try say, Obefa Electoral Commission Ejuma.
Yeah.
It's all the day. They did not even attend.
They did. Ese Dunketia represented the NDC at the forum.
At that one they didn't go. The one Noah. This RCA cap. I transferred na say didn't get your call.
But at the end of the day,
no. What is we are going systematically.
There was a 2-day public forum. The NDC attended.
Yes, with 200 about 100 people that the electoral commission that's the IEA.
Do you have the IEA 2015 videos? Can you share them?
They did not.
To screen.
Now, when they said that, and never know committee in the Krakaya, NDC for can say a useless yampene. Okay? Omo say Obia, yeah, can say and trust it. Easy. You are. At that time, what are you saying? You don't trust easy. Is it different?
No.
Huh?
So what point do you want to establish?
What point I want to establish is say it is a political
strategy
that parties in opposition use.
Not necessarily there are real issues.
No, there are issues. Party no. There's nothing under this sana.
So what are they afraid of?
Convincing them. And DC asked the same question. MPP, what are you afraid of? Hey, well, have you heard any MPP official assigned to those issues? No MPP official has made a statement. The national organizer.
Nana B, your national organizer, said the call for a forensic audit is unwarranted.
Yes. Beautiful. That even makes my case solid.
How so?
Because you see the party officials, when they were calling for national forensic audit, it was the best thing that can happen to this country. They gave so many reasons. The people on my right, on my left,
NDC
said no, absolutely unnecessary. When we said, you trusted electoral commission, the people on my left, led by Siedin Katia, said, Obia one trusted electoral commission in the Bibi Hanagene. Okay? John Mahama, Ejina Hokan say, yenya easy. Na onye na dwuma. Woni ya wo complainer. Fama easy.
O kan kwesi sen ofa.
But me can kwesi say what they are doing now. NPP did the same thing.
Inti nano na mo ye na deliberate strategy.
No, I wouldn't say na deliberate, but let's just say you believe to say the NPP for believe. You see one play you press here no. You the coalitions. No what? You the coalitions. Do you see?
Baby.
So I think yes, we need about 1 million votes. ECOWAS register.
And I'm with the 1 million votes.
So what you say?
It's much I do about nothing.
Much I do about nothing. So what you say? And why look at it? Why now 3,957 names? What you mean isolate from the entire register? Yes, you say for names in the money.
That's what the man no so.
I see I don't get one I can't say. The best way to forensically and I say to audit the register and say you better be a register for inspection. You be a mistake be a compile mistake.
He said it.
No former electoral commission. I see I didn't get you said it. I didn't think I said you do on no swear. You see, media men from Mount.
But for forum now, so Mount Corner, forum no cancer.
Hey, I
for platform.
And let me see when it's what cancer. So I crab continue.
I have to refer to.
But that is not the IEA. That is not the IEA. IEA no
and no crab the ned
crab media. You see committee and they set it up a public sector, a public committee to audit. Not to audit, to listen to complaints. How we can
not to
audit.
That's a fact.
Yes, and a crab.
That's a fact.
Crab.
But there was an audit.
Oh, no, there was no audit.
There was no audit.
No, we see
are punching you see they are punching independent one are punching will be
Jimensa is not prepared to even bring in a third party.
Hold on. That's my, I'm not saying that what has been done just has to be repeated, but I'm trying to tell you, sir.
Why must it not be repeated if it gave you people the access to express yourselves there?
No, I'm not saying so. I'm support you, sir. You see, ever call stakeholder meeting.
Okay.
That is the first suggestion I have thrown to anybody.
Okay.
So either call a stakeholder meeting or even an IPAC meeting. Number NDC for all names 3,956. Swatch as you know.
To do the audit.
No,
if when one IPAC in the him
to do complex group into 5. 5 or 4. And just the Jamaicans say, media suggestion say, you see, call an IPAC meeting, and bring some stakeholders to it, and then NDC display item by item. So 3 days crying 3,956. Now you go through. Now you see what can. Oh, this is the name.
That's some form of auditing.
Call it anything you want. But you are going to do exactly what they are complaining of.
It's a tip. The NDC is a tip of the iceberg.
Oh no!
That's why you have to have
But when this volume is created,
no, we don't need that conversation.
The full picture will come.
Get an update. That is the decision of
NDC, MPP. That's why you have to bring Alan John. I am not to isn't it the same Alan Martin saying the same?
They say
give me a second chamber.
Okay.
They are the ones who are going to elect the EEC.
I got it good.
You amend you amend the constitution. When you amend the constitution, political power will write in the hands of only one person. Democracy not practice. That is down everywhere in this world.
Over. Leading member, founding member of the New Patriotic Party. Fifi Furiata, Achim for Alan, and Ibrahim Ali, member of the NDC.
I'm Pacho 1 second. What's say? Audit ya. Easy for Swamuni. They have an answer. You see, only or postpone audit, because election, NDC will be win. And the moment I best swear Mahama in, the audit is going to start 1 week after that.
Said that.
Just and this somewhere our solution. They are why wasting our time.
Of our meeting the Bismark Brown, me Afremi BB, show produced by Frank Afo, supported by Joel Sanko, with our digital team now Ase, Thelma, and of course Abigail, na Mada Reno Diawajima say, Ali Suraj so Medawase Papa. Up next, A1 Putu Sports.